Hello everyone, I'm Colby. I am a Special Olympics health messenger from Maine. I'm here today with Officer Dyment from the Hampden Police Department. Officer Dyment, have you ever been involved in Special Olympics?
I have, Colby. I'm involved with the summer games, the spring games, and also some winter games. Typically I give out awards or I volunteer my time. Sometimes I might hold up a sign for some athletes or
Nice.
help out giving waters or whatever it may be. But I'm usually involved with most of the games.
So before we get started with talking about calling 911, Officer Dyment, do you want to explain basically what a school resource officer does?
I would love to. So my role is in the school. I work here in Hampden, so I have RSU 22. We have 4 different schools, 2 elementary, 1 middle, 1 high school. And I'm there for your safety as a student, but as well as to build relationships between students and police officers, as well as staff and police officers. But my number 1 goal is safety in the schools.
We're here today to talk to you a little bit about calling 911. So Officer Dyment, when are some appropriate times to call 911?
There are a lot of appropriate times to call 911, such as a medical emergency. So if somebody's having a stroke or trouble breathing, that's when you dial 911. If there is a fire emergency, you see smoke, you can smell smoke, those are also your smoke detectors are going off. You're going to want to dial 911, as well as for maybe a crime in progress, which we would have law enforcement. So, or a motor vehicle crash, you'd need some police assistance, or you see someone outside your house that just doesn't look accurate. So you'd have a response by fire, medical, as well as police dialing 911.
And Officer Dyment, what kind of response can you expect from the emergency people when you...
Well, it depends on who you're asking for. So if you were calling for a medical emergency, you would expect probably fire or EMS to respond. You might, if you live in the town of Hampden, you might see an officer as well, because we might be there to assist. With a fire call, you're more than likely just going to get a fire truck and maybe some police officers as well to help with traffic or pedestrians out. And then if you were calling for a motor vehicle crash, you're probably going to get police, EMS, and maybe a fire truck. If you were calling just because there's somebody outside your home, you're not really sure who it is, but maybe it's a mailman, but you're not sure. You're just going to get a police presence.
Okay. Are there accommodations that can be made if it's somebody who's afraid of loud sirens or loud noises?
Definitely. So when you're speaking with dispatch, inform them that is something that maybe you don't like, maybe it triggers you, right? All that kind of stuff. Lights and sirens, sometimes we cannot accommodate that depending on the call that we're going to, but please inform dispatch of those concerns that you have.
What are some information you should have available to tell dispatch when you call?
So there's very important information. You're going to want your address is the most important. If we don't know where you are, we can't help you. So address is the most important. What type of emergency, and then that way they know who to send. So just like we spoke about the fire, medical, or police emergency. And then also if you can give them more information, so maybe what's happening, if it is a medical emergency, this person's having trouble breathing, maybe how old they are, maybe if it's a male or a female, that kind of stuff is very beneficial for us arriving.
Okay, and what if it's something where you're not sure whether you should call or not?
If you are not sure, so there's non-emergency lines as well, just like 911. So if you're not sure if it's emergency, you can always call the non-emergency line and ask. Or you can call 911 and say, I'm not sure if this meets an emergency. Should I be calling 911 or should I call your non-emergency line?
Okay.
That's a great question.
Thank you, Officer Dyment, for explaining some of these things.
Thank you, Colby.
Hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching. And remember, don't be afraid to call 911. Police are supposed to be community helpers.